Okay, I think that's fine. See, I think okay, let's start. So we are remembering and seeing the Paramveer Chakra awardees. Very first one is Major Somnath Sharma. Second one is Lance Naik Karam Singh, जिन्होंने एक ही दिन में पाकिस्तान के 8 हमले को नाकाम कर दिया था. राम राघोबा राणे लगभग 72 घंटे बिना खाए पिए सोए वो लड़ते रहे. उसके बाद यदुनाथ सिंह जो अंतिम सांस तक लड़कर नौशरा की रक्षा कर रहे. उनके बाद हमने देखा पीरू सिंह जो दुश्मनों को मारते मारते वीर गति प्राप्त कर लिए. उसके बाद गुरबचन सिंह सलारिया विदेशी धरती पर 40 लोगों को मौत के घाट उतारा. उसके बाद लेफ्टिनेंट कर्नल धन सिंह थापा, इनकी चीन से जो चीन से मौत को हराकर वापिस आए थे in 1962's war. Then I think this was we were considering Subedar Joginder Singh Sharma. Today I will be in hurry. I will be rushing through. I will finish out all these recipients. Right? So there is no point in fact, I could have rather we could have finished it in yesterday's session only. So Paramveer Chakra नेक्स्ट परमवीर चक्र विजेता है सुबेदार जोगिंदर सिंह, जो कि एक छोटी सी पलटन ने चीन का जिनकी एक छोटी सी पलटन ने चीन का बहुत बुरा हाल. यस, एम आई ऑडिबल?
यस सर.
ओके फाइन. So Subedar Joginder Singh. So if you consider his bravery, so some of the part of it already we have considered, and in which we have different sections which were fighting with the Chinese attack, right? And in which one of the one of the platoons led by Subedar Joginder Singh, and obviously his platoon, who stood firm like a rock before advancing Chinese enemy. So in this fierce action, the platoon lost more than half of its men, but not they haven't lost the will to fight. So despite of so many wounds in thigh, Subedar Joginder Sharma refused. He refused evacuation, and he continued advancing to the enemies. Now, as I said, he started he has taken the charge of LMG, light machine gun, and killed a large number of enemies. Right. So whatever the Chinese advancement was there, was a concern for the casualties, but unless or until his ammunition get finished, he was fighting with, and at the last, obviously, he finished, or his whole ammunition was exhausted, and then he succumbed too many injuries. So uh, he was awarded Paramveer Chakra for his inspiring leadership of his platoon, courage, and a devotion to the duty, that to be posthumously. So that is what you do have in the uh, Subedar Joginder Singh's story. Later on, you will come to the Shaitan Singh. So, as far as Major Shaitan Singh's task is concerned, he was son of Lieutenant Colonel Hem Singh Ji, who born on okay, Sandesh, that will be, yes, I can. See what happens. Sometimes I read some of these stories in English. So at that time again, it feels me not really difficult, but I need to stop and find out the words to get it convert into Hindi. So that's the only challenge for me. Otherwise, अगर मैंने कुछ पहले से हिंदी में पढ़ा है तो मैं वो बहुत आसानी से बोल सकता हूँ, लेकिन अगर अंग्रेजी में पढ़ एक आध स्टोरी पढ़ लेता हूँ तो उसको थोड़ा सोचना पड़ता है to find some words to translate in Hindi. That's only a small change or a kind of challenge to me. So Major Shaitan Singh commissioned in Kumaon Regiment on 1st August 1949. अब वो जब सिनो इंडियन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ 1962 चल रहा था, उस वक्त 13 Kumaon regiment was deployed in a Chusil sector. उसमें एक सी कंपनी थी जो ये मेजर शैतान सिंह खुद लीड कर रहे थे, एंड उन्होंने एक बहुत ही क्रूशियल पोजीशन कॉल्ड रेजांग ला, जो कि लगभग 5000 मीटर्स की हाइट पर था, वो हेल्प किया हुआ था. तो जो कंपनी का एरिया था, which was defended by 5 platoon positions, और वो टेरेन कंप्लीटली आइसोलेटेड था फ्रॉम द रेस्ट ऑफ द बटालियन. सो ये एक्सपेक्ट किया जा रहा था कि चाइनीज अटैक ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर सेक्टर कॉल्ड रेजांग ला विल बी कमिंग ऑन 18th of November. आसपास की सिचुएशन देखकर हम लोग को बहुत सारी चीजें याद आती, समझ आती है, तो हम लोग प्रेडिक्ट कर सकते हैं कि हाँ, आने वाले इस वक्त में क्या हो सकता है और उसके लिए हमें किस तरीके से तैयार रहना है, या फिर हमारी रणनीति क्या हो सकती है. उसके हिसाब से बहुत कुछ हम कर सकते हैं. तो उसी हिसाब से इन्होंने ये प्रेडिक्ट कर लिया था कि शायद 18 नवंबर को इस पॉइंट पर चाइनीज आर्मी और चाइना विल अटैक ऑन इट. सो वैसे ही वो नवंबर का महीना था, तो कोल्ड चल रहा था, काफी ज्यादा ठंड थी, विंटर नाइट्स थी. सो वो जो एरिया है वहां पे आइस माइंस वेर फ्लोइंग, तो उसकी वजह से ऑब्वियसली एक तो पूरी सिचुएशन डिफरेंट है, उसमें इस तरीके से नेचर से भी आपको दो हाथ करने थे. सो अभी चाइनीज अटैक तो हो गया, लेकिन वो सुबह इतनी जल्दी हो गया, देयर वाज नो कंप्लीट विजिबिलिटी. लेकिन जैसे जैसे विजिबिलिटी इंप्रूव होती रही, जो हमारे 5 प्लाटून थे वो अच्छी तरह से उसको देख रहे थे और उनको ये समझ आ गया था कि अब क्या करना है और किस तरीके से करना है। हालांकि पहले से उनके पास सब प्लान थे, ठीक है, लेकिन द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ विजिबिलिटी की वजह से वो अपना हर प्लान उस तरीके से यूज नहीं कर सकते थे, राइट, टू देयर पोटेंशियल। लेकिन जैसे विजिबिलिटी क्लियर होती गई, इंप्रूव होती गई, ऑल द platoons open up on the advancing enemy, and they used the light machine guns, grenades, mortars, right? So that is what you can have in these things. Now ये सब होने के बावजूद, चाइनीज अटैक भारी होने के बावजूद, उनके पास बहुत ज्यादा मात्रा में सोल्जर्स होते हुए भी they got discouraged, right? They got discouraged for a while, but उन्होंने फिर से अपने आप को तैयार किया, दोबारा कोशिश कर ली. So in that case, whatever this India's position, which was subjected to artillery, intense artillery fire, as well as mortar fire. So उसमें और एक चाइनीज कंपनी आती दिखी. So they have a attack, but it was unsuccessful in the frontal side. Now दूसरी ओर से लगभग 400 चाइनीज सैनिकों ने दूसरा हमला बोल दिया. So obviously what has happened now, you have to pay attention to all the directions, or to both of these attacks. So the simultaneous and intense firing on the platoons led the injuries. So there was a point that now they have no option without hand-to-hand combat. So इस वक्त तक एनिमी को एक फ्रेश, what we can consider reinforcement, उनको एक फ्रेश reinforcement मिली थी. मतलब उनके लिए दूसरी एक कंपनी आ चुकी थी. तो ये जो इनका प्लाटून था वो पूरी तरह से completely encircled by Chinese. So still this platoon valiantly fought, right? And but there was no survivor, so remain in this particular. So as far as Major Shaitan Singh is concerned, he was commanding that company, who displayed exemplary leadership and courage in the battle of this Rezang position. He had led his troops most admirably, and unmindful of his personal safety, he moved from one platoon position to another platoon position. He continued to fight along with his men. Right. So for his supreme courage, leadership, and devotion towards duty, he had posthumously awarded with Paramit. But इस पूरे लड़ाई के दौरान उन्होंने लगभग 1000 से भी ज्यादा चीनी सैनिकों को मार गिराया था.
शैतान सिंह
जो कंपनी, एक बात याद रखना
चाइना सैनिक
कि ये जो वॉर ऑफ 1962 था, ये हमारे लिए बहुत बुरी हार थी. हम इससे बहुत कुछ सीखे हैं, लेकिन हमने इससे बहुत कुछ
चीनी सैनिकों को मारा था.
Ravinesh Levis, will you please mute yourself?
Sir, Ravinesh Levis.
Next comes to this story is the company quartermaster Havaldar Abdul Hamid. So, as far as Abdul Hamid is concerned, uh, जो he has enrolled in 4th Grenadiers on 27th of December 1954. Before his supreme sacrifice, he had been honored with Seva Medal, uh, with the class of Jammu and Kashmir, as well as Samar Seva Medal and Raksha Medal as well. So you can see how much good kind of career he had. So जो 1965 में पाकिस्तान के साथ हमारा जो युद्ध हुआ, उस लड़ाई में 4 Indian divisions were entrusted with a twofold responsibilities. उसमें एक थी to capture Pak territory at the east of Ichgil Canal and contain the possible enemy attack on Kasurkhem Karan axis. तो उस केस में एक डिवीजन तो सक्सेसफुल रही, बट उसमें पाकिस्तान की ओर से एक बहुत पावरफुल ऑफेंसिव अटैक हुआ था, so which had settled to meet the enemy assault. In this particular defense plan of division, the 4 Grenadiers occupied a vital area ahead of village called Chima. So we have to have a firm hold on this particular area because it was considered necessary to sustain the division plan of defense. So in this particular point, if you consider the Indian soldier Abdul Hamid, who was commanding a recoil-less gun detachment. So he moved out of a flank with his gun mounted on a jeep, and braving intense enemy shelling and tank fire, he knocked out the leading enemy tanks with accurate fire, and then changing his positions, knocked out another enemy tank. एक के बाद एक दुश्मन का जो टैंक्स थे वो ये टारगेट करते गए, और उनके पास जो ये गन थी, राइट, वो यूज करके वो उनके टैंक्स डिस्ट्रॉय करते गए. तो ये एक के बाद एक टैंक को टारगेट कर रहे, ये देखकर enemy decided to spot him, find his position, or accurately guess his position, and deter him, right, from firing on our tanks. So enemy spotted his position, brought down concentrated machine guns and high explosive fire on his jeep. Now, though the enemy was firing on his jeep by spotting out his position, probable position, he kept on firing to these onto the tanks of enemy. So as he fired to hit another enemy tank, at that time he was hit it and got wounded by high explosive shell. So throughout his action, he inspired his comrades to put off a gallant fight to beat off enemy tank assault. So his sustained act of bravery, disregard of his personal safety. But as he was continuously getting wounded, now he succumbed to very severe wounds, and uh, he sacrificed his life in that. So posthumously, he awarded uh, परमवीर चक्र. बट लेकिन इस पूरी कहानी में अगर एक बात सोचे, सो ऑलमोस्ट ही डिस्ट्रॉयड मोर देन 8 टैंक्स. उसमें से 8 तो टैंक 8 उसमें से 8 टैंक तो बिल्कुल ऐसे थे कि मतलब वो कुछ कर नहीं पाए. तो completely destroyed 8 tanks at alone. Right? So by firing with the gun machine. So that is a point we can consider as far as his contribution is concerned. Next one is Lieutenant Colonel A.B. Tarapore, who was Maharashtrian. He joined the Hyderabad State Force in 1942 and saw an active service in West Asia during Second World War. So he was commissioned in the Pune Horse on 1st April 1951. He was awarded PVC for his exemplary bravery during military actions of 1965, which was against Pakistan. So the biggest tank battle of Indo-Pak War took place at Philora in Sialkot sector. At that time, he was commanding a 17 horse, which was advanced on right flank. So his regiment was assigned the task of delivering the main armored thrust for capturing the Philora sector. अगर उसको कैप्चर करना है तो दे हैव टू हैव सर्टेन प्लान. तो उन्होंने डिसाइड कर लिया कि upon launching a surprise attack on Philora sector from rear, we will advance to capture that particular position. So, and they will achieve it by surprise. So जिस वक्त regiment was thrusting forward, मतलब आगे move कर रही थी between the Philora and a Chavinda, it was suddenly counter-attacked by enemy's heavy armor firing. So during this, Lieutenant Colonel Tarapore defied the enemy's charge, held his ground, and gallantly attacked the Philora sector with one of his squadrons, supported by an infantry battalion. लेकिन इसमें दुश्मन की ओर से टैंक आर्टिलरी फायरिंग हो रहा था. तो उन्होंने सोचा कि ठीक है, जब तक ये थोड़ा कम नहीं होता तब तक हम ज्यादा कुछ करेंगे नहीं. सो दे रिमेन unperturbed even this throughout this action, right? Though he was wounded, right, he refused to be evacuated. So despite of so many odds, he maintained his pivots at both these places, and which was helped supporting infantry to attack this particular position, and this has inspired his company, his troops, So for his inspiring his company by leadership, his regiment fiercely attacked the enemy armor and destroyed approximately 60 tanks of enemies. So during this, he was wounded, but till then he had shown or displayed valor in this battle, uh, which was lasted for 6 days, and in keeping with the highest traditions of uh, Indian Army, he was awarded Paramveer Chakra posthumously. Later on, it comes to 1971's war. Again, it is with Pakistan. Only thing is that it is related to what we can consider the East Pakistan. Fine. So in this, you will come across Albert Yakka. Usually, he called as Bharat Maa ka Jabaz Albert Yakka. Right? He has shown the greatest bravery in this particular war, right? और उनकी उस गैलेंट्री के लिए उन्होंने उनकी उन्होंने उनको परमवीर चक्र से सम्मानित किया. उसके बाद आता है the very first one and the only from इंडियन एयरफोर्स. जैसा मैंने पहले दिन कहा था कि 21 में से 20 तो आर्मी के हैं और एक ही इंडियन एयरफोर्स का है, और वो बंदा है फ्लाइंग ऑफिसर निर्मलजीत सिंह. कहानी वही है 1971 वाली पाकिस्तान के साथ जो जंग हुई थी उस वक्त की. तो अगेन ही हैड awarded conferred with the Paramveer Chakra posthumously. So he was serving with 18 squadron. If you consider that particular squadron was termed as the flying bullets of Indian Air Force. So it was flying the fallen Nat fighter aircraft, which was best at Srinagar during that particular war. So flying his Nat, he charged the Srinagar airfield alone from 6 Pakistani Sabre jets. So taking down to enemy's jets, he let down his life when his aircraft was shot down by gunfire of one of the Sabres. And for that gallantry, Flying Officer Nirmaljit Singh II was awarded the first Paramveer Chakra to the Indian Air Force, right? That to be posthumously. So that's what you can have as far as Flying Officer Nirmaljit Singh's contribution towards the victory of 1971's war. Later you will come across Second Lieutenant Arun Khetrapal's contribution in a war जहां पर उन्होंने अकेले पाकिस्तान के 10 से ज्यादा टैंक उड़ाए थे, उनको नाकाम कर दिया था. तो Second Lieutenant Arun Khetrapal, born on 14th October 1950, and sacrificed his life, breathed last on 16th of December 1971. He was a part of Pune Horse Regiment. It was a battle of Basantar. So he was 21-year-old Braveheart. Despite being severely wounded, refused to abandon his tank and fought until his last breath. तो वो खुद एक टैंक की कमान संभाले हुए थे. So honored with the Paramir Chakra for his gallantry in this particular war. But if you consider that, obviously there is a very famous quote of him, right? So here one point you can consider, that is age 21 years old, right? Who had outnumbered but undeterred.
सर
Yes,
हॅलो
yes,
हॅलो हॅलो सर
yes.
पहिला सांगा न ते समजलं नाही.
Sorry.
पहिला सांगा म्हटलं समजलं नाही.
पहिलं लक्षात नाही आलं.
पहले आप
बोलो.
आपका नाम बताइए. OMG. First of all, tell your name.
विक्की
Vicky. Rename yourself as a Vicky. Why you
Vicky,
rename yourself as a OMG?
क्या
can
बोल
you reframe your question? I could not get it. मतलब क्या समझ नहीं आया.
इन्फॉर्मेशन
पहिले सांगा म्हणजे काय?
म्हणजे 40 सांगा.
अच्छा आधीचं. अच्छा आधीचं तेच आहे. आई एम टॉकिंग, इट इज इन कंटिन्यूएशन. मैं तो चित्रपाल की कहानी बता रहा हूँ. इससे पहले की बात कर रहे हो क्या?
हो
फ्लाइंग ऑफिसर निर्मलजीत सिंह सेखन. ओके, सी, निर्मलजीत सिंह सेखन 18 स्क्वाड्रन का हिस्सा थे, जिस स्क्वाड्रन को हमेशा कहा जाता था कि इट इज ए फ्लाइंग बुलेट्स ऑफ इंडियन एयरफोर्स. सो वो एक फाइटर एयरक्राफ्ट जिसका नाम फोलेंट नैट था, जो श्रीनगर के एयरफील्ड पर एयरबेस पे, इट वाज बेस्ड एट श्रीनगर एयरफील्ड. सो again, if you can consider the same war of 1971. अब पाकिस्तान की ओर से हवाई हमला हो रहा था, हम भी तैयार थे. पाकिस्तान की ओर से साबर जेट, राइट सर, the then पावरफुल जेट ऑफ पाकिस्तानी एयरफोर्स. तो इन्होंने जवाबी हमले में उनके 6 साबर जेट्स गिराए थे. और उनको ऑब्वियसली अगर किसी भी एयरफोर्स के 6 फाइटर एयरक्राफ्ट अगर आप गिराते हैं, तो उनका जो मुराल है वो तो डाउन होता ही रहता है, लेकिन उनकी जो ताकत है वो भी कम होती रहती है. ठीक है. सो इस तरीके से उन्होंने, एंड अल्टीमेटली इट वाज हिज ओन कंट्रीब्यूशन, राइट. नो डाउट ही वाज ट्रेन्ड इन दैट पर्टिकुलर वे, राइट. इनफैक्ट every person, right, belonging to Indian Armed Forces is being trained even to work out at his own, right, however his rank is, right, or whatever his rank is, right. So
सर वो सेशन में नहीं है सर. Vicky.
has he left?
Yes sir.
Okay, anyway, we will continue.
Might be he is every time he is for disturbing the session.
Oh, okay, okay. No, I could have got his approach, the way he asked a question, but still I thought that no, it would be first
Okay.
time, so let it be, it would be as his approach. I do have answer for that, no doubt. Okay, I was talking that, see, he was undeterred, right, and led a daring counter attack and single-handedly destroyed enemy tanks, fighting till his last breath. You can consider he was commissioned into the 17 Pune Horse in June 1971. See, उसकी जिंदगी का तो ये पहला ही साल था, right? Commission हो गया और uh, he started a battle, right? So his it was restored after the war, and he is presently preserved in the armored corps. So जो वो टैंक चला रहे थे, फार्म गुस्ता जैक्स 202, right? So that is it at the armored ACC and S Armored Corps Center and School at Ahmednagar. You will find out this particular Gusta Jax 202, right? So in his honor, again, you have a auditorium, right? Called Arun Khetrapal Auditorium. So what was his thinking? No, sir, I will not abandon my tank. My gun is still working and I will get them. Right. So why it is called till his last breath. Right. So he was deterred. He was determined that he will hit. He will do the or he will destroy the tanks of enemies till his last breath, and he had done it. Right. So you can consider this particular point. So this one. Later on, you will come to know the Brigadier Hoshiar Singh's contribution again in the 1971's war with the Pakistan. Right. So in this particular case, you do consider who born on 5th of May 1937. Right. Uh, he had contributed his most of the contributions during this war of 1971 called Battle of Basanta. He was part of 3 grenadiers. He commissioned in the grenadiers on 13th of June 1963. So he was commander of a C company which launched an attack across the enemy minefield on Jerpal, and he was fortified, a well fortified position held in a good strength from the by his company. But his company came under intense shelling and crossfire from enemy. So in this, if you consider the leadership and courage shown by I think at that times Major Hoshiar Singh, who later on become brigadier, right? He retired as brigadier. Fine. So at that time he was major. So he had shown the what we can say, encouraging leadership. So he had an objective to assault the enemies and clear them from that particular position. So he encouraged his men to remain steadfast, inspired them by his courage and leadership, and kept repulsed all attacks, though they were having heavy casualties, right? So as enemy mounted another attack on his battalion, so the strength with a heavy artillery fire, right? And now most of the uh, people seriously wounded in the enemy's shelling by artillery or by tanks. So he himself talked and rather walked and talked in the open trenches to his uh, soldiers, motivated them, and uh, mm, what I can say, motivated them to fight back, right? So uh, whatever a um, leadership, though he himself was seriously wounded, right, in this particular battle, if he could decided to evacuate, he could have evacuated, but he refused and he said that I will not evacuate the position till the ceasefire. ठीक है, जब तक ये खत्म नहीं होता तब तक मैं पीछे नहीं हटूंगा, चाहे इसमें मेरी जान क्यों न चली जाए, right? And he was seriously wounded. So if you grenadier, it's a kind of bomb, right? नो उसमें छोटे छोटे छर्रे रहेंगे, जैसे उसको आप फेंक दोगे, इट हैज ए काइंड ऑफ लॉक। कई सारी हिंदी मूवीज में देखा होगा, शायद किसी मूवी में देखा होगा, राइट? सो इट इज ए ग्रेनेडियर, राइट? इट इज ए ग्रेनेड, राइट? सो उससे जो लॉन्च करोगे, राइट? आमतौर पे उसको हैंड ग्रेनेड बोला जाता है, राइट? आई थिंक मेरे ख्याल से ये ना, अगर किसी ने माँ तुझे सलाम देखा होगा तो उसमें ये बहुत ज्यादा यूज किया हुआ है, राइट? So during this particular struggle, he displayed exemplary courage and bravery to beat back the repeated attacks by enemy, and for this he was decorated with Paramveer Chakra. Later on, he passed away in 1998. I think he had been retired prior to that from Indian Army as brigadier. So Brigadier Hoshiar Singh was at that particular case. Now we will come across another Paramveer Chakra awardee, and he is one of the 3 alive Paramveer Chakra awardees today, right? Bana Singh, Sanjay Kumar, Rifleman Sanjay Kumar, and Havildar. I think now he is Subedar. What you can consider Sanjay Kumar, Bana Singh, and Yogendra Singh Yadav, right? So he is one of these 3. So you can see here there are 3 stars, right? So who had retired as honorary captain, right? He had been made honorary captain. He was enrolled in Indian Army on 6th January 1969 into the 8th Battalion of Jammu and Kashmir of Light Infantry. It was under his leadership in which his team conquered the highest peak in the Siachen area. It was Operation Rajiv. That peak was later on named on his name, right? He was awarded Paramveer Chakra for his excellent leadership, determination, and for his contribution in the Indian Army, right? So for that particular thing, I advise to see the interviews of these trios. So one of them is this. In fact, at that time he was Naib Subedar, right? Now you can call it as Captain Subedar. Later on, you will come to the next hero called Major Ramaswamy Parmeshwaran, right? Who is an undeterred hero from the Indian peacekeeping force. Though critically wounded, he continued to give orders and inspired his command till he breathed his last. So it was Operation Pawan, which was carried out in 1987. Right. In one of the next sessions, I will take you through this particular Operation Pawan. I think I have just a little bit said something when we were considering operations of Indian Army. Later on, you will come across Captain Manoj Kumar Pandey. If you have seen the LOC Kargil movie, then I need not to say much more about this particular brave man. So obviously there are some goals, right, which are so worthy. So it's glory is even it is glorious even to fail. Right, to fail means to sacrifice your life. So if death strikes before, right, if death strikes before I prove my blood, I swear I will kill the death. Right, क्या जज्बा था, वो एक confidence था. Right, so that's what you do have in this particular. Again, same thing. If you have seen LOC repeatedly, I'm saying this, right? Till date, if anybody haven't seen it, I would really advise or recommend to see that particular thing, so that you will see most of the glories of Kargil war, right? And among them, two are alive, and you will see what kind of valor they have showed. Right. So his interviews are there. He is active. Still, he is in service, right? Or in Indian Army, right? So I think he has become now Subedar Major. So you can see his rank. In, now, at that time he was, uh, I think, Grenadier Yogendra Singh Yadav, right? So Grenadier, जो grenades चलाते हैं, right? Who is called Grenadier, who was part of 18 Grenadier, right? He has shown exceptional gallantry during the Kargil war, right? So for his act of courage in the Kargil conflict, uh, he is the recipient of the country's highest gallantry award. उनका एक कोट है, जब आंखें खुली तो देखा शरीर पे खून ही खून था. राइट, इसके बाद और एक कोट है, राइट, जब वो आंखें खुलकर देखते तो वो सोचते, वो बोलते संजय कुमार जी, राइट, जो उनका बड़ी था. राइट, सो यू कैन सी दैट पर्टिकुलर, आई थिंक वो मूवी में भी है और उनके कई सारे इंटरव्यूज हैं. Right, particularly one of the interviews he had with Shweta Singh from Aaj Tak. Right, so that is a quite impressive or informative, you can consider. Another one, Subedar Sanjay Kumar. I think he was rifleman. Right, so again he is one of the 3 living recipients of PVC. So he has also contributed during the Kargil war of 1999, right? And the last one, again you can see a Dil Mange More, a kind of quote, right? So he has captured a 0.5140, but before that he had captured a 0.4875, and for that he was already awarded with Mahavir Chakra. Right, so in a single battle, he had awarded with 2 chakras. Right. So, as far as all the recipients of PVC are concerned, he is the last recipient of PVC. Right. जो उनका जो कोड नेम था शेर शाह. Right. So, उनके बारे में बहुत अच्छी तरह से बोला जाता है. Right. The then's General Ved Prakash Malik said that had this kid returned from Kargil, he would be sitting in my my post in 15 years, right? So उनके बारे में कहा जाता है कि he was a soldier that would have been India's general, right? उनके पास वो एक जज्बा था. So that's what you do have, right? As I said, I will be rushing through these recipients because it is not worth to spend too much time for giving you all these details. And ये तो लगभग हमारे जमाने के हैं, तो हम लोग उसको देख सकते हैं. हाँ, ठीक है. उससे पहले वाला शायद to cope up with it, I need to take some more efforts, so that I have done, right? Still, इसके बावजूद अगर किसी को कुछ लगता है, पूछना है, जानना है, तो you can ask, because see, already I have learned, I have read their detailed stories, right? As much as I could read, right? So being a NCC cadet, already at that time I had gone through these things, and then again to present it to the students. So through that point of view also I have studied these things, right? So that's all from this side. Anything which you would like to ask or contribute, you can. No gun is there with the unlimited ammunition, right? सिर्फ फर्क इतना हो सकता है कि कुछ ऐसी गन होंगी जो ऑटोमेटिक लोड होती रहेंगी. जैसे कि आपने देखा होगा शायद बॉर्डर मूवी में उसको यूज किया है, फाइन, जिसके आसपास बड़े बड़े राउंड ऑफ बुलेट्स दिखेंगे आपको. तो उतना हो सकता है, लेकिन इंडेफिनाइट एमिनेशन नहीं होगा, राइट? एवरी गन विल बी हैविंग लिमिटेड. वो भी उसका भी कितना है, जब तक वो पूरा डिब्बा खत्म नहीं होगा तब तक. उसके बाद तो डिब्बा बदलना पड़ेगा. जैसे कि हम लोग बोलते हैं मैगजीन, राइट? आमतौर पर मैगजीन में ये सारी गोलियां रहती हैं. सेंट्री, ओके, सेंट्री क्या क्या है? एंड व्हाई डोंट दे यूज ए turret or a sentry for fighting? टेक्निकली अगर आप टेरेट यूज करना चाहते हैं तो उसमें एक इश्यू है, वो टेक्निकल है. दैट वुड बी वेरी फर्स्ट वन इज द पॉइंट ऑफ रेंज, राइट? एक तो दूसरा, बंकर में आप खुद को जितना सिक्योर रख सकते हो उतना टेरेट में रख पाना मुश्किल है. अटैक ऑन टेरेट इज इजी, राइट? टेरेट कैन बिकम इजी टारगेट, क्योंकि एक तो वो ऊंचाई पे रहेगा, ठीक है. दूसरी बात है कि टेरेट में कितने लोग रहेंगे? ज्यादा से ज्यादा 4 दिशाओं में 4 लोग. अगर हमला हुआ तो चारों एक साथ जाएंगे, मतलब जो भी कैजुअलिटी है, जो भी उनके साथ कुछ होना है, तो वो एक साथ चारों के साथ एक साथ होगा, ठीक है. तो उसकी वजह से वी कैन नॉट हैव. लेकिन आपने देखा होगा कई जगहों पे टेरेट रहते हैं, लेकिन दैट इज ओनली फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ what you can say, what is the word, I cannot, just for the purpose of inspection, right? Or you can say observation. Okay, anything else? No. You are, yes, you are. Whatever you are saying is to certain extent true. But what I said, it is very easy target for enemy. See, just by knowing your coordinates, they can launch something from their artillery. Right. So in that sense, it is very easy, right? Or a easy target. लेकिन अगर आप बंकर में रहेंगे तो नहीं होगा वैसे. और एक बात है, देखना टरेट के लिए लिमिटेशंस कैसे है, इसलिए मैंने वो टेक्निकल वर्ड यूज किया था. लिमिटेशंस कैसे, टरेट में आप कितना रखेंगे, जितना आप जमीन पर रख सकते हैं वैसे टरेट में टू पुट ए लोड, राइट, कितना लोड रख सकते हैं. तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि यूज ही नहीं करना है, लेकिन व्हाट आई सेड, सी ऑब्वियसली ऑप्टिमम advantages are being considered. Okay, anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So we will stop here. Thank you everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.